everyone and welcome back to another video. So recently I went to Iceland. I went for a week. It was really beautiful, really amazing, loved it there. And while I was there I actually picked up a few goodies. So these are all beauty goodies that I got from like stores in Iceland and bits that I haven't actually really seen around the UK. So I picked them up to show you and try out on camera. So I ended up picking up a few bits. There was one bit that I've seen in the UK. However, they had a really nice shade in Iceland. So I have got a blusher here. This is from the Body Shop and it is the Freestyle Multitasking Colour Multi-Use Blushes. This is a matte one and it's in the shade Stand. So I actually completely forgot that I bought this. I have put blusher on, but I'm going to pop a little bit of this just on top. It's like this browny orangey sort of shade, but I thought it's really nice for autumn and winter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop, I think it's going to be quite pigmented. I'm going to pop a tiny bit on the back of my hand, go in with a brush and just pop this on my cheeks. Taking a little bit of that on a brush and I'm just popping this on my cheeks. So it's not too bright. It's a little bit more brown than expected, but it might be quite a nice shade for if I'm fake tanned. Yeah, so that's how the blush is looking. Like, it's like a really nice sort of naturally shade. I am going to pop a little bit of this just on the lips as well. It does say it's multi-use, so I feel like you can use it anywhere. There, so it is quite hydrating. I would say it's a little bit more brown than I thought it was, but I feel like when I'm pale, it's that nice in-between of a blusher and a bronzer. Sometimes bronzers can be too orange, so this is quite nice for that in-between shade. When I was there, I actually went to a store. I don't know how to say this, so I might be saying it wrong. Hagkaup Kringlan? Hagkaup Kringlan. I'm not sure if I'm butchering that, but I'll put in the name as text so you can sort of read it better. And in here, they had the brand Art Deco. So I've heard of this since I was like much younger, and I've always been like obsessed with how their products look. Like, it's just really intriguing to me. But I've never actually seen them in person. So when I was there, I saw them in person, and there was a couple of bits. I think this is from a new collection that they brought out from having a look online. They're very sparkly, and they just really caught my eye. So the first thing I got is this mascara. This is like a really shiny glittery mascara. And I have also got this diamond beauty powder. This is the packaging, which is amazing. And then on the inside, it looks like this. It's like so cool. And it reminded me a lot of the Diamond Bomb from Fenty. So I thought I'd pick this up and we will see how this looks. But before we get into that, I think we need to start on the base of the eyes. So I have done the rest of my base. Obviously I've got foundation on and bits like that. I did actually go into H&M because they've got different makeup in H&M to what I've seen in the UK. So again, I think I was on like a glitter craze. But I've got these two sparkly eyeliners. They're like really sparkly. One's green and one is purple. So the green one is in the shade Now You See Me, as the C, like wave C. And then the next one is Electric Current, and Electric Current is the purple one. I did also pick up a powder eyeshadow. This is in award season, and this is a really nice purple colour. So that was like a shimmery purple. It looks a little bit more grey here, but I feel like it's going to look better on the eye. And then I did also pick up a couple of their waterproof longwear eyeshadow pens. So I've got one in Totally Taupe and one in Coffee Craving. Totally Taupe was full price and the Coffee Craving was 400 KR. So that was reduced. I think altogether these cost me about £35. These cost me £40, and then the blusher from Body Shop was on offer, so that cost me about £6. So what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go in to start off with the Totally Taupe Make It Easy eyeshadow pen. So this looks a little bit like this. It's just a simple eyeshadow pen. And this one isn't as dark as the coffee one was. It's a little bit more cool toned, but I really like the look of this one. I think I tested it in the store. We'll start off with this one. And what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna start by applying this on the outer corner of the eye and into the crease. Then I think I'm just going to sort of pat that in with my finger. I think these are sort of the eyeshadow sticks where if you want something done really quick and easily, they're like a quick everyday shadow colour. And it's blending in really nicely. So I think in total this cost around the £8 mark. So that's how that's looking so far. I'm going to go on the other side here. So that's how that's looking. I'm going to add a little bit under the eye as well. These are blending out really nicely and they're very pigmented. So you don't actually need to put much on, and then they blend out, and I'm just using my finger to blend them out. What I'm going to do now is going to deepen it. This is with the cheaper one. This is the 400 KR one. I think they probably had a rebrand. That's why this one was cheaper. And this one is Coffee Craving. So I'm going to just take this on the outer corner of the eye. And again, I'm just going to pat that in. I think this one feels ever so slightly more sticky. So I don't know whether they slightly reformulated the product as well, but it's just darkened it ever so slightly. So I did that really quick again. I feel like you could literally do like a 2-minute eyeshadow look with these. I do feel like it's not as dark as when I first applied it. It's blended out to not much darker than the first shade. But I think they may have reformulated it. I think if you're going to get one of the new formulas because it tends to hold its colour better. Now I'm going to go in with the single eyeshadow. So I'm going to put a few clips here from H&M. What I found is like, it was so much, I don't know, maybe it's just Iceland, but it's so much cleaner than the UK. Everything was so much more organised. They had a lot more brands in there. And it just felt so much more luxury in there than it does in a UK one. It was definitely worth going into. Their beauty section, they had their own brand stuff, and then they had other brand stuff. They had different eyelashes. I think they had Garnier, all sorts in there. So they had like such a big collection of different makeup brands and all sorts, and even like hair stuff. They had like shampoos, they had everything, so it was almost like a department store. So anyway, you can see this eyeshadow a little bit better now. It's a sparkly-ish purple grey, like a cool tone purpley grey colour. It definitely looks a lot more purple when I put it on my finger. So I'm going to pop this on my eye anyway, and I'm going to pop this on the inner top part of my eye. And the original, I ended up going into 2 H&Ms. I saw this in the first H&M I went into and I absolutely loved it, but they didn't have any in stock. But luckily I did actually find another H&M and they had this in stock. I definitely had to pick this up. So that is the purpley eyeshadow. That is crazy. I absolutely love it. It's really, really unique. I'm obsessed. Literally obsessed. And that cost £6. Really cheap and really, really good. So now I have got my eyeliners to pick from. So I have the green one and the purple one. So I have got 2 here. These are both really, really sparkly and they stayed on my hand so, so well. So I had to pick up both of them. And I love the fact that they've got actually the colour on the packaging, because when it's just plain black packaging, I never know which one I pick up. So I love that it's got it on both. So what am I gonna do? What I think I'm going to do is in my waterline, I'm going to put the green one, and actually on the top lid, I'm going to use the purple. So this is how the green is looking. Really nice and tealy coloured. Whoa, that is so pigmented. Sorry. But that has taken my breath away a little bit, because that is really pigmented. I didn't know it's going to be this pigmented. This is like, how much is this? 15.95 That is like, I think £10. This is £10 and this is so much better than expensive ones I've used. I'm sorry, but I'm having a moment. I'm really sorry, but this is really, really good. I'm gonna do my top waterline. It's amazing. Okay, so I'll come in close. Look at that. Look at that green. How, I barely touched. I've still got all that left. I barely touched it and it's gone so green. So that is the green, and we are now moving on to the purple. Oh my God, and they twist up. They don't sharpen, they twist. Okay, that's really, really good. Okay, so now I'm moving on to the purple. So I'm going to put this on the top. So that is the purple added on top. I will say that the purple isn't as pigmented as the green, and it has gone down a little bit, well, quite a bit more than the green one did. I'd say the green one's definitely got a lot more pigment, and I don't think the purple one is as sparkly as I remember it being in the shop. However, it still definitely has sparkle. I don't know whether because I've not overdone, but because I've done a lot of purple and cool sparkly tones on the eye already, it's sort of taken away from the pencil. So I think this is going to be more of a statement piece to use on its own, whereas this will take over absolutely anything you've got, and it is just the statement. It's always going to be the statement. So if you want something bold, bright and beautiful, I'd say go for the greeny one. But if you want something a little bit understated but kind of there, go for the purple. So what I'm going to do now, this is really, really exciting for me because I've been waiting for so long, is I'm going to take the Art Deco Diamond Beauty Powder and I'm going to pop this on top. This is so sparkly. So I'm going to take this very lightly. Barely got anything on my finger there. And I'm just going to... just intensifies the shimmer a lot more. And I'm going to pop a little bit on the inner corner, and you can see it's just giving that really nice, bright, glowy, highlighty colour. Anything sparkly and I will buy it, basically. I'm not going to stop there. I am going to use a little fan brush, and I'm going to ever so lightly just... Okay, and you can see that, look at that. When I saw this, it almost reminded me of an Urban Decay Space Cowboy, but in tent size and a little bit more cool toned. So I really, really am obsessed with this. It's definitely giving me like that Fenty Diamond Bomb vibes as well. So that is the highlighter. What I'm gonna do now, this is so exciting for me, is I've got the glitter highlighter, but what I'm thinking, it's gonna show up more intense if my lashes are darker. So I'm gonna go in with my mascara first, let that dry, and go in over the top with this. Right, so my mascara is on. I'm just drying it. It's that new MAC. Oopsie. It's that new MAC one. At least I know this is definitely shaken up now. I'm just drying my eyelashes. Okay, so I think my mascara is pretty much dry now, so it's time to go in with the sparkly mascara. So it's on quite a thick wand. This is how thick it is. It's quite a big wand. And I ended up, there was two colours, it was gold and silver. But because the eyeshadow was silver and everything else is kind of cool toned, silver was the one to go for. So I'm just going to go in now. Oh my god. I can definitely see the sparkles coming out. Okay, so I've applied that now. I feel like in this light it's really hard to see the shine because I can see it a lot better than it's showing up on camera. I'm going to turn the lights off and use my torch and show you the glitters. I don't know if this is going to show. Can you see this? Oh my god, all I can see is shine around my eyes. Can you see this? Oh my days. This isn't the best angle for me. Oh, look over there. Whoa. Can you see it over here? This is the shine. It's literally so shiny. It's making me blind almost, honestly. How bright and shiny is this? I'm sorry, I'm showing you every single angle of glitter and shine, but honestly, it's unreal. I'm sorry that took so long. There's so many different probably angles of me showing my glittery eyes, but how sparkly is that? Everything is pretty much sparkly here, but how much nicer is this makeup? This, where is this in the UK? Because we don't get stuff like this. We just get full coverage cakey stuff. I want sparkles. Anyway, that was the full face of makeup that I bought in Iceland. I hope you enjoyed this video. Obviously there was a lot of sort of sparkly eye stuff. There wasn't much base. However, this is just the stuff I picked up that I saw. I forgot this, but surprise, surprise, I picked up a sparkly nail varnish. That's pink. Of course. But that was everything that I bought. That was everything that I picked up and that caught my eye in Iceland. If you are going to go, I highly recommend it, and definitely check out the H&M there because it is incredible. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.